in 3, 2, and 1. Hey there, everyone. Dave Barlow here with Sell for 1% Realtors with SB and JB. Threw you off track there, didn't I, Jay Marinsky?
No.
Good morning, sunshine.
Talking interest rates here this morning. SB, what do you got for us?
Well, everybody knows, it's been all over the news. The Fed is getting ready to meet today again.
Oh boy.
And it is expected for the 7th straight month that they're going to raise interest rates. And most of my colleagues think it's going to be somewhere around 0.5%. The interesting thing, Dave, is that mortgage rates continue to drop. Yeah. This morning when I checked with a couple of my lenders last week, you may remember the 30-year fixed rate was at 6.25. This morning, that same rate is 6.125.
Okay.
The good news is that the 15-year rate is holding steady at 5.625, and the FHA rate, which is a little more easily to get, credit isn't as stringent as a conventional loan, and the down payment is usually around 3.5%. That rate this morning is at 6.25.
That's on the FHA?
That is on the FHA rate.
Okay. All right. And with all these, you can get down payment assistance, whether it's through OFA or some grant program or something like that. So your 3.5 is what they'll do. 2.5 is that the number OFA does now?
2.5 through OFA, and if you live in the house for 7+ years, that 2.5% that you get from the state of Ohio is forgiven.
Yeah, so it's not a bad deal.
We've got all kinds of information. Call us here at Sell for 1%. I'm Steve Barlow, 614-778-0826, or you can reach out to me via email, steve@sellfor1%.com.
And there's also a lot of lenders are doing 2-1 buy downs. I just did a deal that closed, actually closing on Friday. I just saw the HUD. I got the seller, but I saw the HUD. And the buyer is buying down 1.5 points on their interest rate. And about $300,000 house, the 1.5 points, if I remember right, about $4,500 is what it cost them to buy that 1.5 points. So basically you go from a 6.125 minus 1.5. So you're going to be at about 4.875. And so that makes a big difference in your monthly payment. About every 1% reduction is going to save you, depending on the price at home, $300 to $400 per month. And so that's a chunk of money. So keep that stuff in mind as well. So
and also remember that FHA loans are assumable. So if you're a buyer and you're out there looking, it may be worth a phone call to the listing agent, somebody like Dave, and say, hey, what kind of loan does your client have, and would they entertain some sort of an assumption?
Yeah, and sellers will entertain that as long as the buyer is able to make up the difference between what the loan balance is on their FHA loan and what the sales price is. And so that's kind of the caveat, that if it's a $300,000 property and the seller owes $250,000, you can assume that $250,000, but then you're going to have to get a second mortgage for the $50,000 to make up the difference in the sales price. And it can all be done. And there's all kinds of things that, I mean, the old saying is there's more than one way to skin a cat. And right. So that's what we do. I've been doing it for 24 years. SB, you're 23 years. Jamie, you're on your, what, 4th year now?
Something like that.
That's crazy.
So about 50 years worth of experience sitting here today.
Give us a call. We'll be glad to help you out. And appreciate it, SB. Thank you, JB.
We'll see you guys next week.